To enter the largest global health procurement channels, such as those managed by the United Nations, an in vitro diagnostic must first clear the World Health Organization's pre-qualification process. The industry often perceives this regulatory pathway as a single linear pipeline, moving from submission to final approval. Structurally, the WHO PQ is a bifurcated dual-track framework that requires the manufacturer to satisfy two distinct sets of criteria at the same time. The first track focuses strictly on validating clinical performance and technical efficacy through independent laboratory testing. The second track focuses on auditing manufacturing quality, regulatory compliance, and the robustness of the production environment. While these tracks operate in parallel, they must ultimately converge to achieve market authorization. This flowchart reveals the full scope of the dual-track architecture. The process originates at the top node, WHO Prequalification of IVDs, before immediately branching into two separate evaluation paths. Navigating global procurement requirements requires managing both of these tracks concurrently to avoid critical regulatory delays. The expression of interest, or EOI, serves as the formal trigger for the clinical evaluation track. Moving down the left side of the framework, the application moves from the initial pre-qualification node into the EOI for evaluation phase. Once the EOI is accepted, the diagnostic feeds directly into the performance evaluation node. The primary objective is to verify the diagnostic's accuracy, sensitivity, and reliability using standardized reference materials. This phase requires empirical data and independent lab validations to ensure the device performs exactly as the manufacturer claims. Without verified proof of clinical utility, the regulatory submission lacks the necessary foundation to proceed. The performance evaluation acts as a rigid gatekeeper in the pre-qualification process. Failure at this stage is represented by the red dashed arrow branching downward. Following this path leads to the terminal PQ process stops box. A fail result offers no conditional approvals or secondary pathways. It results in an immediate halt to the application. Success is marked by the green dashed arrow labeled pass on the right. This status signals clinical readiness and provides the necessary authorization to merge with the quality track. Clinical efficacy acts as a veto. The device must work to a high standard before the WHO considers the manufacturing process. While clinical trials are underway, a separate track manages the administrative and quality reviews. On the right side of the chart, this second major pathway begins with the pre-submission node. The pre-submission phase acts as a preparatory administrative hurdle. It serves as a staging ground, ensuring the application is complete before the WHO commits to a full quality audit. A meticulously prepared pre-submission prevents immediate administrative rejection and allows the application to move into the complex tripartite review. From pre-submission, the evaluation splinters into a three-pronged concurrent audit. The dossier review evaluates the product's technical documentation and quality management files. The site inspection involves on-the-ground auditing of manufacturing facilities. Finally, the labeling review verifies instructions for use and packaging for global end users. These three distinct evaluations occur concurrently, and all three must be fully satisfied to proceed. The tripartite review ensures the diagnostic can be safely and consistently mass-produced for the real world. Market authorization requires the synchronization of both the clinical and quality tracks. As the diagram shows, the three quality audits and the clinical pass grade converge at a single decision point. This leads to the WHO PQ decision and listing. Achieving this status grants eligibility for United Nations tenders and access to international procurement budgets. The listing confirms the diagnostic's dual viability. It is both clinically sound and manufactured to a global standard. The WHO PQ listing is not a terminal endpoint for the manufacturer. The framework extends into a final phase, post-listing activities. Maintaining the listing requires meeting several mandated post-market obligations. Surveillance inspections provide the mechanism for the ongoing verification of manufacturing quality over time. Change management and complaints management protocols ensure that future product iterations and field failures are handled with the same rigor as the original application. The WHO PQ is a continuous life cycle of accountability, designed to guarantee long-term global health security.